This week we are going to learn about analyzing the marketing environment. It is chapter 3. Alright, last week and the previous week, all of you have learned about what is marketing, why marketing is important for companies, why it is important to learn marketing. And chapter 2, all of you have learned about the terms of marketing, each of the business term that marketers use in marketing. So in this chapter 3, we are going to go into detail what are the factors that can affect marketers' decision in business. Alright. So the first part of this lecture is going to be about describing the environmental forces that affect the company's ability to serve its customers. So we are going to look at what type of environmental forces that affect companies' marketing ability as a whole. So what is marketing environment? Based on this definition, it includes the actors and forces outside marketing that affect marketing management's ability to build and maintain successful relationships with target customers. All of us know what is marketing. So marketing is all about fulfilling customers' needs, wants, and demand. When you hear the terms of marketing management, it is all about managing those needs, wants, and demand. So marketing environment are the actors and forces outside of marketing management, alright, of how we are going to manage customers' needs, wants, and demands to build and maintain successful relationships with our target customers. The first part of this lecture, we're going to focus on microenvironment. Microenvironment, basically the actors, the forces that is within the control of the company. It is still controllable, alright? It consists of the company themselves, suppliers, marketing intermediaries, customer markets, competitors, and publics. Next is macro environment. This is going to be the focus of our lecture in part 2. It is actually consists of the larger societal forces. This is beyond the control of the company or marketers. It consists of the demographic of customers, economic, natural, technological, political, and cultural forces. Again, micro environment is internal. It is within the control. Macro is outside of the control of marketers. These are the actors in a micro environment. So you can see we have the company, then we have the suppliers, marketing intermediaries, competitors, publics, and the customers. So in total, we have 6 actors in the micro environment. So what is the first phase of micro environment? It talks about the company. This is the departments within the company. So in designing marketing plans, marketing management takes other company groups into account. Definitely, the decision of the top management, decision of the finance, the efficiency of the R&D team, will affect of how company deliver and create values for customers. A very good example is a customer relationship department. Alright, if the customer relationship department fail to assist customers to solve their problem, it would definitely affect the company. But at the same time, it is within the company's control. When we talk about customer service department, um, customer service department has to work closely with the human resource department, because human resource will train employees to be a better customer service, and thus company definitely one of the actors of micro environment that can affect company in delivering customers value. Next is the suppliers. This is the second actor. All right, it provides the resources to produce goods and services, treat as partners to provide customer value. Suppliers definitely can affect companies in order for them to create and deliver the intended value to the target customers, because without the help of the suppliers, it is almost impossible for the company to operate. And thus it is very important for company to take note of how important to select the best suppliers to supply to them, because if the quality of the products that suppliers supply to the company does not meet the expectation, yeah, or the at least the perceived value of customers that we have learned last week, customer won't be satisfied by it. So it is very important to select the right suppliers, and again it is within the control of the company. If the suppliers is not good, they can change to a different suppliers. The third actor, we talk about marketing intermediaries. All right, you learned last week when I mentioned one of the intermediaries is the technology, which is true. All right, but here you can see the example that I provide here is other intermediaries, such as the reseller, one of the intermediaries. Yeah, there are a few intermediaries, marketing intermediaries categories. All right, so what is the definition? Are firms that help the company to promote, sell, and distribute its goods to final buyers. So for reseller, it could be when a company partner with local marketing intermediaries such as DG. All right, so DG help Apple to resell their phone, and thus DG Telecommunication is a part of marketing intermediaries of Apple. Again, these are four categories of marketing intermediaries. The first one, we talk about the resellers. Second is the physical distribution firms. Third is marketing service agency, and we have financial intermediaries. For resellers, it could be those resellers just now with the example showed you DG Telecommunication. Another example is Tesco. Tesco is selling products for Nestle, for example. Tesco also is selling products from Unilever and Procter & Gamble. And thus Tesco is one of the type of intermediaries. Reseller helps company to promote and sell their products. All right. The second category of marketing intermediaries under micro environment is the physical distribution. Companies for this type of companies, which is help physical distribution, they actually helps companies to deliver their goods from one place to another, and thus this type of intermediaries is also important, because there is no way that a company can manage everything. By having a partnership with the physical distribution firms, it helps company to stock and move goods from their point 1 to the next point. All right. Next, marketing intermediaries are those marketing services agencies. One of the example here is Accenture Interactive. Accenture Interactive is actually marketing research firm. It helps company in advertising, media firms, and also marketing consulting. It helps the company target and promote its products to the right market. So companies can actually hire external parties such as services agencies to promote their products. Okay, and the last marketing intermediaries example category is financial intermediaries. So financial intermediaries can be those banks that helps the company to finance finance the company to produce the products. The next micro environment actor, this is the third one, is the competitors themselves. Competitors is still within the control of the company. All right, if we want to do better than our competitors, we need to have a strong positioning strategy, and in order to differentiate ourselves from our competitors, firms must gain strategic advantage by positioning their offerings strongly against competitors. The example that I'm showing right now is Amazon and Netflix. Amazon is one of the companies that making a lot of profit as compared to their competitors. This is because they have the competitive advantage. They have found a strong positioning strategy. Their strategy is to offer their customers the lowest possible product that they can find in the market and at the convenience of the customers. Netflix is another example of a good company that has managed to position themselves strongly against their competitors. Netflix right now is even able to produce their own film and also get nominated and won the Oscar. So these are the type of companies that have managed to position themselves in the minds of the customers, and also is stronger than their competitors. So competitors definitely is one of the actors of micro environment because it's still within our control, right? The next actor is the public. It is any group that has an actual or potential interest in or impact on an organization's ability to achieve its objectives. The public's example can be financial publics, media publics, how the media portray the company's brand, portrays the company's image in the eyes of customers. Then the government publics, alright, and then we have citizen action publics, local publics, general publics, and internal publics. Publics in general that has the interest of the company's brand and products definitely is still within the control of the company. For example, we have those NGO, right? It could be the general public, all right, or citizen action publics, NGOs that fight against the use of animals testing. Why it is within the control? We can take an example of the Body Shop. The Body Shop has partnered with NGOs to campaign, to campaign against animal testing, and thus by doing so, this NGO will support the Body Shop brands and it would definitely show a good image of the body shop in the eyes of the customers. And thus, publics definitely is one of the actors that can affect micro environment of the company. Finally, the final and the most important micro environment that can affect company is the customers themselves. All right, customers include consumer markets, business markets, we have reseller markets, government markets, and international markets. These are the customers in general. If the customers are not satisfied with the product that produced by the company, it would definitely affect companies in terms of their profit and also brand image. And thus, it is very important for companies to look at the customers in their micro environment in order to make the right decision. So consumers market could be anyone, yeah. Business markets. Business markets are those companies that sell their product to other companies. Alright, this is also a type of customers. We will learn this in detail in a chapter in the futures. And then we have the reseller markets. We have to, for those company that sells to resellers, they have to have a good relationship with their resellers. If they fail to do so, the resellers will not promote and sell their products, and thus it is very important to also look at resellers satisfaction index, making sure that your resellers is happy with your product and the way you deal with them. And then we talk about the government markets. Customers can also be government. This is for big businesses. Some businesses, their end customers is not the consumers themselves, the consumers market. It could be government markets. The right example is in the drug industry. When they sell medicine, they would definitely want to target the government market because it is a very big market, because government buy in bulks, right? And so government can be customers as well for companies, for those that sells drugs, for example. Next, we have international markets. So customers can be locally and also international international consumers, and thus this type of customers is also very important because we have to bear in mind of the terms of word of mouth. International markets is huge out there, so and thus it is also important, if we are selling our product abroad, we have to make sure that the product meet the quality expectation of those customers in the international market. So these are the components of customers in micro environment, and again it is the most important actor in micro environment. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 different types of customers under micro environment. So this is the end of part 1. I'll be talking about macro environment in detail in part 2. Thank you.